All right, so as far as asexual versus sexual, this top part is just a review. And then the bottom part are going to be some of what we've already talked about, but then we're going to get up and look at some of these, and it's going to be to the point where you will totally get every one of those questions right when it's about sexual versus asexual, using the right vocabulary and why. So that's what the whole goal is if we can get this chunk and this part done, then when we really start the sexual stuff with meiosis tomorrow, you'll understand it.
So what are we watching, baby?
So that's what we start tomorrow.
Wait.
We'll start it. All right, so
Are we turning in the chart?
all right, so let's start sexual, number of parents, one. Asexual one, sexual two, and it doesn't have to be boy girl. If it's a fungus, it might be plus minus. Okay, so it just means that you have to have genetic material from two different sources that come together. Okay, that's all that means. All right. So it's with the flip book. I made the flip book.
The second half.
This it's with that.
Here's what state what's it.
It looks like this.
It looks like this.
Okay,
I see that it looks like this.
like this. Okay. All right. Type of cell division involved for asexual mitosis.
Mitosis, that's what I said.
Okay, sexual. All right, you can say it either way. Yeah, I always said meiosis because meiosis and meiosis sound so much like mitosis. So I just say meiosis, but really it's probably meiosis. Either one. So either way. So offspring produced by asexual genetic clones of parent, right? Because there should only be one source of genetic material, and that's going to be an identical clone. And it's just because it's an extension of your body cells. So it's just mitosis into a baby, really. And then meiosis, we know that there's genetic variation. So genetically varied, they're going to use, instead of the word different, they'll say, well, genetic variation is a bonus or a benefit of sexual reproduction. Genetically varied offspring.
I mean, who's all going to prom?
All right, who does it? Okay, with asexual, we're going to put bacteria.
No.
Plants, fungus, protists, and some animals.
What? Now, animals?
But not all animals. So we know that if there's invertebrates, most invertebrates do reproduce asexually. But vertebrates like birds, no. Reptiles, no. They can some of them can regenerate a body part, but they can't take that lizard's tail and form into a new lizard. And that's going to be true also for mammals and all the fish. So pretty much some animals are going to be invertebrates. And then the sexual part is going to be plants or sexual, some fungus. Let's see, all animals. And some produce. Okay, so now we'll see kind of how the benefit, if you are bacteria and you're just pretty much binary fission it throughout your 20-minute life, then it's quantity, not quality. So they can evolve very quickly because their lifespan is only 20 minutes. Humans, it takes a heck of a lot longer to evolve.
Yeah.
It's good that we're sexual because we get this little combo of genes, this little combo of genes, and now it's a whole brand new combo of genes for sexual, which is awesome, but it takes longer because our lifespan's longer. Yeah.
Back to the reptile thing with that basically regenerated body part. Is it as efficient as the original was?
What do you mean? The same. Yep. All right, so we're gonna draw pictures. So I think, all right, hold on one second. So instead of doing a description first, for these types of these are all asexual reproductive strategies. We're gonna actually draw the diagram first and go backwards, because I want you to think of the picture and then it's like, oh, that makes sense, the description. All right, yep. What's your question?
Theoretically, could you modify the machines by taking information from reptile genes so that we can like grow new vibrants to like chop off or something?
Well, that would be genetic engineering, right?
But theoretically, you could do it.
So I don't know. I'm sure somebody's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if the gene was isolated, and they're introducing that not to human cells, but probably like rat cells, or
Chicken.
I don't know if they had stem cells that were. Maybe they could do it to human stem cells. I don't know. It's a good question. All right. So what's going on with this? This is
Mitosis.
It really looks like mitosis. It is, and that was one of the questions for the homework questions was about binary fission. So what does bi mean? Two. Fission. What's that?
It's coming apart.
Right, to split. So if you right, so it is fission, but you have to be a unicellular organism. So this is bacteria and unicellular protist. All bacteria we know are unicellular, but not all protists are. So that's the key, is it has to be a unicellular organism. Now, what's the description?
It splits.
What's the it split?
The mother cell splits into two daughter cells.
All right, so just one unicellular parent, right? So a unicellular parent splits into two equal daughter cells. Or you can say offspring. Probably. Now the equal part is because you're going to see something else down here that doesn't look equal. And so the cytoplasm distribution is not the same. Okay, so regeneration. Well, we have drawn a picture of this, gosh, the first week of school. So here's one. Starfish. Okay. And if we just cut off one arm, then it's going to grow back. But if we cut it actually through the middle, there's not any blood because they have a vascular system that is hydraulic. It's just water that shoots through there. So they're not going to bleed out. So when you cut it, each one forms into a new starfish. So, yeah, wouldn't that be amazing?
And there was just one other.
All right, here is the planarian worm doing the same thing.
What that is?
So they're like identical to.
Hold on one second, I'll tell you. Okay, the deal with, so this is let me just write who. So we have starfish, other echinoderms like them, sponges.
Yeah.
So if you're a sponge farmer, you can grab a sponge, you can cut it up into 10 pieces, drop it in the bottom of the ocean, each one will form into a new sponge.
Yes.
Which is kind of neat. And then here's the planarian. Planarian worms are flatworm.
How long does it take?
And
to actually go there?
Under optimal conditions, I mean, if you search it, you can you can tell me. We have tried it before. These live in any freshwater body around here. You can take, when you get your pond water samples, you may see a planarian worm in there, and they're flat and they look like they have little eye spots. If you YouTube them, you can see there's videos, time-lapse videos of them regenerating. But we've tried it, but it takes forever. And maybe I'm doing something wrong, But each one. So what if you do this and split it down this way?
It'll grow two more.
Yep, it would. And then what if it's just two, then two sides? But if you stop though, what would happen?
It's a two head.
Right. Okay. So for this one, these are all. Let's put a part a multicellular, and these are all, I'm trying to think, is there anyone else that does this other than animals? No. So a part of a unicellular,
Is it unicellular or multicellular?
part of a multicellular animal
I mean, I don't think this logic should be.
that grows into offspring.
Someone wants to know if crabs can grow back their arms.
No.
You can have infinite crab legs.
Right, isn't that right with them? That crabs.
So it's growing back, whatever it is.
Octopus.
No, that's what it was called.
Octopi.
No,
I don't
I
think so. I don't think crabs can.
Octopus.
Now, we can
Talking about one.
we can actually
I
grow
said
back our
one.
liver.
One.
If you donate part of
I was talking
your
about
liver,
one.
if you donate part of your liver, part of it will grow. It'll grow back.
Well, we are back.
So like if you're donating that to, yeah, because I have a friend I used to work with here that she did that with her baby. Baby liver failure. She was a match. She donated part of it, and hers grew back.
That's
maybe
maybe
donate one.
Does it like really hurt, or does it just like?
You only donate one.
No, it is a functional organ. They attached everything.
I'm talking about if it grows back, you like donate again.
I don't know.
Like, will it keep growing back?
They asked me.
It's not only.
It would grow back to the size it's supposed to be, but I don't know about that because anytime you open yourself up, you're opening yourself up to secondary infection. And, you can't just keep opening yourself up at will. But, that's a very good question. I don't know if there's a limit. So, all right. So let's see. Same thing with lizard tail. The intestines of a sea cucumber. Sea cucumbers are related to starfish, and when they get all freaked out, they shoot their intestines out their anus at their predator.
Wait, what?
No, it's not poop. It's like you shooting out your intestines out your butt,
Oh.
and then they can retract them.
We did it.
And if you eat, so if part of them gets eaten, they grow back.
Why do they shoot up? That's nasty.
I get freaked out.
It's just a gene.
Oh my God, that's just cute.
Ew. I didn't think you scared anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, next one's buddy. Yeast. Okay, so this is yeast is a unicellular fungus. All right, so unicellular organisms can do this, but also multicellular. And we have this in some of the different cnidarians, which are those invertebrates that can sting. They have tentacles. So,
Stingrays.
no, that's a vertebrate. That's a fish. But we're talking about sea anemones, hydra. And here is a hydra, but it looks like a sea anemone, and it buds the baby off the side. So sea anemones are sessile, which means they have to be fixed as adult to a substrate. They don't get up and swim around. But the hydra do, and they're really itty bitty, and they're found in also any freshwater pond around here.
I've seen one.
You have under the microscope. You have seen under the
We
microscope.
went last year. We went to I forgot where it was.
Y'all did a water quality study, didn't you? Okay, that's awesome because you can tell it's growing off the side of it. And I hope you'll be able to see that. We've seen it here. When you bring in your pond water and you can see this thing, and it'll be doing this. And you'll look and it looks like a little bump on the side of it, and it's but a baby.
And
It's
I
really
caught
cool.
a red Irish fish.
What shape that?
Oh, weird.
So could we reference this to the Avengers? You know what have like Hydra?
Yeast. Look, can I watch?
I've seen it. No, it's not.
Well, yeah,
Okay. So that's buddy. So that's why I wanted to say an equal distribution up here because see that's not equal. So this is just growing a baby, a clone, offspring, of
So will it just stay there or will it pop off?
no, when it grows to be completely developed, it falls off.
What is that?
So this thing will just swim off.
Wait,
The
so
yeast
can-
just pops off.
Yeast.
It has to be fully grown for it to sprout its own.
Not fully grown, but fully functional, it's fully developed enough. It doesn't have to be adult size, but it has to be, just like when you're
So you're
born.
gonna have like a parent, like a baby that has a baby on it.
But yeast can have several buds coming off the side of it. Yeah, it looks kind of, all right, now, we don't want this to get confused with this because vegetative propagation is only with plants. And see how it looks like vegetable? So
Broccoli.
this is plant asexual reproduction. And there's different types. Asexual repro. And what I would like to do is tomorrow, if we have time.
Ms. Warfield,
Yes, ma'am?
can you send David Cochran to the main office? He's signing out.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So
Can I go?
I'd like us to be able to look for some of this sexual and asexual outside. I don't know if that's gonna be a great take. Shoot, probably not to do it. We'll have to do it when we come back.
Is that when you have like a tree growing, like a different tree growing out of a different tree?
Oh, yeah, like this.
Like a cactus. Is that what limbs are? And then you've got like the
No,
other
that's
trunk
not
coming
what
out of it.
Yep, like this.
How about if it's going on? I have a question.
Okay, so let's go over all the options. All right, what Emma's talking about is a baby comes off the root system of the other plant.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so you may see that. Another option are bulbs. Okay, so if you know any, so yeah, this is wild onions, garlic. Looks like that little baby that comes off, and that's daffodils, lilies, tulips, all those that are coming up right now that you have to plant in the fall. Lowe's will sell tons of these bulbs when you go to their garden center. If you plant them now, they're not going to bloom until next year. It's such a marketing gimmick. So if you want daffodils, you can't plant them this year. You'll have to plant them in the fall for next year. Yeah. And I don't know why they do that. I guess they know people want to just plant stuff in the springtime, but yeah. You can plant onions and garlic and grow that right now, but as far as the flower ones, cornflower. All right, here's another one. Okay.
I like caramel.
All right, so these are called runners. And then these are bulbs. And these are, it seems like it's like a sprout or it's like when you take a cutting of a plant, so you take part of the plant and you put it in water and you root it. You know what I'm talking about? So this, have you ever seen that before?
Some people cut potatoes and then put them in
And
water.
you put them in water and it starts to root.
Yeah, I think it's like the little
Runners. 3 places you can find runners. Strawberry plants, wild strawberry, people call them snakeberries. Another is on the football field for Bermuda grass, or this is on the golf courses, a lot of golf courses, and it's where you pull up the grass and it's like it keeps going and keeps going and keeps going.
I hate that.
Every single one of these is a clone of what it's connected to. And another one is ivy, how it, in poison ivy, how it like climbs up.
Never hate poison ivy.
You know what I'm talking about there?
I would hope you wouldn't like it. Oh, like the vine?
Oh, yeah, no, around the tree.
Yep, these climber plants,
You won't like it.
all asexual.
I just know it's on the tree.
So,
It's like butterflies.
Well, it can be on the
but
ground.
plants only. And then the last one is fungus only.
Fungus.
Okay.
Fungus.
And you make asexual spores.
I wasn't even doing that. I don't even put my foot.
Red mold, mushroom.
Oh, you heard me?
Well, that's it.
I do. That was hilarious.
All right, a spore is like a seed. So if one little spore gets planted into a moist area, because fungi love some moisture. That's why they like to grow in your crotch and your mouth. Fungus. You get a yeast infection of the mouth.
Wow.
Ew. You don't brush your
It's
teeth.
called thrush. No, babies will get it. Elderly people get it. and there's other ways to get it. I'm not going to say right now,
Oh.
but
Oh.
you can probably read between the lines
Mycelium was
or between the legs, right? Okay. Okay, this looks like little stalks, but every spore forms one little bread mold. And this is the white, it's supposed to be bread. This is the little white fuzzy part. And that's called part of the mycelium. And then these little dark dots, like they either get to be blue or greenish or black, those are the sporangia, and in each one can be hundreds to thousands of spores. And so when one breaks open, it just goes like this, and everywhere that lands, as long as there's moisture and it's damp and, you know, it's a nice place for it to grow, then that means a whole bag of bread. If one piece is going to moldy, then there's spores in there to cause all the other ones to go moldy, but it's still safe to eat if you just want to pinch off the mold. All right, so the sporangia has all these tons of spores.
Yes.
Oh, it's funny.
All right, so that's asexual. Now, for your homework, that's right.
I'm gonna put it.
You do that.
If you flip to the next sheet, I want you to do any questions that deal with reproduction, like a comparison of asexual and sexual, or just asexual. So look for some of the pictures. Any of the ones that you feel comfortable doing, and then where it ends up, we'll do all of them and click them in for an easy grade. Click, click, click.
All right, Kayla. Okay, good. Baby, if it's raining, we're sitting down on taking my sheet.
Oh, baby, I'm gonna
David was mad.